Okay. It was good, everybody. So let me lower this volume a little bit. Recently, I've done something that's not at all like my character. Let me just hear my voice with audio check. I actually started watching Spider-Man the animated series from 1994. And so far, I'm really surprised by a couple things. One of those things being that this series is serialized after the first season. I was thinking it was going to be like a series of episodic cartoons, especially with the way it starts. But it's not at all like that, which is surprising. You know, it doesn't start off from the beginning with like an origin story for how the protagonist gets his powers, and you know, it is an animated series that starts in the early 90s and ends in the beginning of 1998. It was like October or something, 1994, and then it ends in like... So it does 5 seasons, but they're all crunched together like fucking crazy. This is what I'm supposed to do. Let me go to... I'll give you guys a brief recap of what happened off screen. I collected a bunch of treasures in L Renouille, or however you're supposed to pronounce it, because French is not something that I look up quite often. So we had a cooking competition with a couple of the chefs from Suikoden 1 trying to help us out. Retso cooked us, he swept us, he did like drop 50 on us. They kept giving him 5 out of 5s, and I guess one of the Suikoden 1 chefs tried to like raise our self-confidence. We didn't have to like win or lose against that guy to continue the quest, but I kept reloading until I won, and he's kind of hinted to us that the other motherfucker was cheating, and that we need Gremio. That woman chef, she basically got some dude to jack our recipes. So we had to like do it basically with all the recipes that we find from purchasing them or finding them in a chest or enemy drops, because the ones that we get from beating the other chefs, those got jacked. But yeah, that one Suikoden 1 chef told us that Gremio has a really good recipe, so we're kind of near the end of this quest line, which is great. I want to actually make one of the recipes this game has. It's pretty plant-based, which I don't mind as long as, you know, the food is satiating and I like having new experiences and having options as a chef. That's why I like having Eastern food. Because most of what I make is like Western, but then I can do stuff like oyakodon and fried rice. All these other options, and it makes it so that I have like all these creative ways of using things in my kitchen that otherwise you would think, okay, there's nothing to really make like a proper meal with. No, there is if you have a wide cooking vocabulary. But yeah, now I'm really looking forward to the Spider-Man series. It was incredibly 80s and 90s-ish. I will say that much. Like, they didn't fucking fridge off Spider-Man's like older girlfriend, Gwen Stacy. Pretty early on, they introduced Mary and what was her name? Mary Jane. Yeah, she's pretty cool. I would say I really like this series, even though I don't like the superhero genre, because it's like a young guy in his early 20s fighting Goonie goons in NYC while being incredibly sarcastic. So there's something cool about that. Like, there's like an edge to it. Even the way like Spider-Man's like spidey senses are portrayed, it's creepy. I don't want to go here. So yeah, I do wish that they gave updated character portraits to everyone who had a character portrait in Suikoden 1, so I can like remember them besides like by sprite and name. Oh wow, this is actually supposed to be like an important dude. Let me go up a little bit more. So what I'm supposed to do is I mean, you can always just give yourself, like, write the recipe twice, make a copy. But I like how he thought this was kind of like foreplay or flirting with the Suikoden 1 protag. Stop, Master. Oh no, it's you? I do like that they updated his sprite at least. They made him a little too pretty, whereas he kind of had this like rugged sensibility in his first illustration, but I kind of like it because he does have that like sort of gentle, almost motherly side to him. He's the protagonist nanny, for lack of a better term. Trying to think about something else. The old usage of CG so far in season 1 is kind of painful to look at. It reminds me of like the weird AI Mario 64 videos, those like fake speed runs where all of a sudden Mario is doing things that kind of melt your brain if you're familiar with the frame data of the first game. I mean, the actual game, I should say. But I guess it also, like, saves time and resources for them compared to, like, animating the weird jungle vine hopping through the cityscape. I mean, they did a lot of that 3D technology with Tarzan, particularly for that reason. So in the 90s, I guess they figured this is what they had to do if they were going to showcase swinging through an environment. It was probably just going to be cumbersome to do any other way. What do I want to do now? Let's go back to our home base. I also caved in and I bought Final Fantasy VII OG for PC. Just cause it's so weird, like, I don't really need to do that because I already have Final Fantasy VII on my PlayStation service, basically. I got the PS4 version that I can just play on my PS5. And I already got the platinum for it. I feel like it's just useful to have on PC. Plus, like, it's kind of an earlier build. Like, the Steam version is basically the 2012 PC re-release, which is a 1998 PC release, but with a lot of mods that you would need to make the sound font better, and a lot of things in that version just preferable, already like installed. I'm kind of coming to the end of this like sickness that I have. Like, I only like sneeze once every 2 days and I cough like once a day, which is great. It's an upgrade to what I was dealing with before. So the most painful thing about this is just going to be me waiting around, but there are measures I can take to kind of kill some time. Look at my inventory. I'm now at a point where the storage room is basically full. So I had to like sell some things just to create more space, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I ran into like a weird glitch where I went back to headquarters and the screen just went blank. And black. So I don't know what the hell that was about, but whatever. I do like how I can see the Square Soft logo in this version of Final Fantasy VII. I'm trying to like find the USB for my PlayStation 4 controller so I can just play it with the controller that way. Because it's recommending that I do it that way instead of using the keyboard. I've seen people play Final Fantasy 7 on PC, speedrunners using the keyboard, and it's just like, it was when they had the big back computer monitors. Deep Crimson Cape. The thing is, all this does is raise your defense. It might not be worth it for me to actually get that. You know what I should do? I should actually just hand in this recipe while I still have the chance to do it without initiating a cook-off. This is Suikoden 2, motherfucker. We don't do freak-offs here, we do cook-offs. I don't know if modern websites will fuck with that humor, but fuck it though. I'm not sure if I would like my chicken hanging off a wall like that. I know it's like an actual practice, it's just, you know, it depends on how the walls are built. Is it like paint? Or, you know, bricks glued together with stuff that's like toxic? Whatever. Like I give a shit. So I haven't like played it. I'm just trying to like set it up so that it's to my liking. I realized there was like a weird glitch where if I had it on full screen, it would cause problems. So I don't have it on full screen no more. That way I can switch to my other tabs and do whatever it is I gotta do. Okay. So I don't really know if being in the game creates a situation where you can't like advance. Through like the cooking quest. I'm not beating the game, I mean like going through the final dungeon. I don't know how much of this headquarters like is fully available at that point, because I usually just make a beeline to the end. Let's go to Renouille. Let's kill some time by going through the main story. Doesn't that sound fun? Yes, I've explored a little bit of everything. I got some of the treasures on the right side, all of them really. Like, you didn't see me do these guys on screen. I went through like here and did what it is I had to do. I made sure not to like encounter any of the Highland generals, though. Oh, fuck. My life is so terrible. So, I noticed that my skin thing is like starting to fade now that I'm using the dermatitis cream. Which is great because at first I didn't notice like an effect, but as I've started to like shower and whatnot, I've felt it like kind of pop. Like the mucus membrane broke, and that's great. At least I think it's a good thing. Outside of that, let me think about what else I should talk about. I don't think I'm gonna stream the PC version of Final Fantasy VII. I'm just gonna play it enough times that I can kind of just get all the achievements, naturally beat the game, and then if I want to mod it later on, I can do that without worrying about voiding achievements because I have them. And the trophies are a little different, like, I gotta get all the materia, pretty much, mastered, and that includes some of the enemy skills as well. Han Cunningham, the previous Black Sword True Rune owner. So he knows about the supernatural mystery that's holding on. Think you can defeat me, boy? Okay, it was a little difficult to read at first, but then he started saying like some aggressive shit. So in other words, the war truly ends in this region for good when the Rune of Beginning is complete. and their divided forms, they just kind of conflict with one another. You know, I haven't been around like other people for a while, so maybe this upsurge that I didn't have like all week today is like a sign of something. But it is nice to be in the presence of someone who is aware of how the supernatural drama is basically being influenced, the main influence in all of this. Okay, someone is finally level 60, so that's great. Let me backtrack a little bit. So, what's over here? So this room is just for show. I will say it's pretty old school for like dungeon design. Final dungeon is involved. What the fuck? I always like it when they crit. Okay, that's such a terrible downgrade. I don't really care for it. This is starting to feel like the Spencer Mansion in Resident Evil. Let's kind of move past this. No way, they can heal while they're in that state. Basilisk type enemies. So, are these enemies here because of Beast Rune? Let me check something out. I don't really care if that was an assault on your senses. You're gonna have to bear with me. I do plan on... Let me check something out. Let's just auto these guys down. Okay, I'll backtrack. Oof. I am fucking... I'm heating up, man. I'm not gonna front with you. Now, my decision to kind of not use the fan is classic. You know, I'm not trying to have poor audio quality stuff. You can still hear a fan from upstairs or downstairs and other people in this apartment who need to kind of keep cool, and I'm not going to lambast anybody for that. That's understandable. Your health comes first. Like, I get mad when people blast, like, music, and it's not the weekend. It's not, like, a standard fare, like, party time. And they do it for a long time, randomly, because that does also cause me worse problems, because a lot of that music is super copyrighted, but you know, I'm able to give that a free pass because if it's like, nighttime, it's a weekend, it's the summer, it's the holiday season, yes, you're gonna have people over, you're going to be in celebration mode. There's a reason I don't stream on Thanksgivings. There's a reason why I don't like streaming on Christmas or New Year's or even the Eves. Okay. I mean, we talk no jutsu'd him into... So he hypnotized us into thinking the food was better than it actually was. Don't tell me this guy has the true rune of cooking with the way Luke was suddenly invested. So fish. Pacific. Sorry. So fish and veggies, basically. Red pepper. I wonder if I have to make bland foods for kobold because their taste buds are stronger. Or if I have to make flavorful foods because they have an appreciation for that in their culture. Okay. Oh, you did not fuck with it at all. Okay, Zamza fucked with it. You know, we have a tough panel of judges because they have different tastes in food. It's not the most synergistic thing. Okay, now that's gonna be a problem. We're neck and neck at this point with that one. I did way better with the first one though. Okay, if I do good with this one, then it's all good. Neither one of us really did all that great. I just finessed it with the like veggie option. And the fish option. Okay, so I don't even get to waste any time with this one, which is great. I didn't know that the wait time would be kind of on the lower end. Yeah, but all this like cooking and stuff, you know, Eastern food, Western food, it's making me hungry as hell. What panel is this? Like, the only thing I have is like, one person likes chocolate. Okay, I'm gonna go with like some flavorful foods. I don't have anything with chocolate in it. But you know, if you like chocolate, you probably appreciate something as delectable as cheesecake. I don't know, man, like, we got like a weird set of judges. Okay, that's like 9. Pretty good. And I got 7, so we're behind by 2. Oh fuck. Okay, we're pretty behind now. Come on, you're gonna have to knock us out the park with the cheesecake. I don't know if that's it. I clutched out with the cheesecake. The cheesecake fucking saved it. Let's go. Woo! Yeah, Lester and Antonio, those are Suikoden 1 chefs. The historian in me actually wants to know what that food is like, but then again, if it is something that could like help an Assassin's Guild rule the world, it kind of reminds me of those Italian mobster movies where they kind of front on these Italian restaurants. But it seems like the food is like elite as hell, but they're doing like crimes in the background. So this is one of those few things where I actually kind of prefer how Ayuden did the story. Just because it was a little bit more over the top. And it really took advantage of the voice acting. Okay, don't return me back to the title screen. Thank you. Okay. So it's important to note that you keep your spell charges for all of your runes. That's why, like, I might not be able to use one rune ability at a certain level, even though I never used it. It's because I was using that same level for something else. So all we have left at this point in the game, not even an hour in, is just to go for the final dungeon and really just beat the game. Now I haven't 100% of this game. I would have to like turn in all these windows and sound design things and recipes, and it'll be a pain in the ass. There's like one old book that I don't have. I don't really fucks with it. I'm just gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of not in the mood to 100% the game here the way it was with Suikoden 1. Because that game was like short. Here I'm just gonna have to do like the most in order to achieve that. Okay, I'm kind of going for emotions and trying to piece together where it is I'm supposed to be. Okay, remember this much. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any crowd control spells with these motherfuckers anymore. Just because I want this guy's level 3 spells to be used for the inevitable boss fights which follow. Yeah, this final dungeon has so much details. So much detail, man. There's just places that they exist because they kind of have to. You're not gonna find shit there. Okay, so there's some troopers over there. Alright, bring it on. Double crit, man. You never stood a chance either way. So we got free guides at level 60. Hicks, Time God, and David, they're at like 59. Whatever. This final dungeon is so long. These guys are so dramatic. Like, you know I'm coming. I'm gotta act so surprised. So yeah, my landlord was actually here back when I was doing Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, watching me play the game. By the end of it, he was like, man, what the fuck? This motherfucker's unemployed as hell. Always in the crib. That's what I think about when I play this game sometimes, because I'm just thinking, like, I played Suikoden 4 when I was working, but I generally feel the unemployed energy from these games. It's whatever, because I gotta make do with what I have going on. What's my level at? 60. I feel so underpowered for whatever reason. You know what? Let me not do this quite yet. I want to see what's on the upside. Nice, we got another window set. So who's lacking here? Okay, this is where Jillia got her decoy stabbed up to kind of turn the Highlanders into berserkers and hype them up. So this journeyman orb actually heals up stats. Does it also restore? Yeah, it restored some of my charges. That's crazy. Get the fuck out of my way. Comparing me to Luca Blight, that's some weak ass manipulation, especially when you were on his dick the whole time. Available peak. Bro, get the fuck up out of my channel. Let me... I'm not paying attention to like the damage, so I don't know if I'm putting in that work. Okay. Ball. I'm saving the motherfucker named Seed for last, because what type of name is Seed? And plus his bag is just basura. An offensive water spell? Oh no. You tried it. You really did. I mean, just like with the Root of Beginning, these two forces were meant to unite as one. See, I hear harmony, I'm thinking, like, what are these It's gonna be like when they grow up. In the inevitable like Suikoden game that takes place after 3. Well, that's like a quick divorce. I like to fade to black for that hug in the end. Okay, so it continues to heal people. That's great. Everybody's at level 61. I feel like this is the second time the final boss kind of manifested through a bloodletting ritual. Maybe I'm just copy-pasting this one twice. I'll have to go back and look. Okay, let's see. The damage went through so quickly, so I can't really tell. That moon ability was nasty as fuck. I wonder if the rune comes back after a while. Okay, so this should have been the turning point where the fight got easier, but... Whew. So this is where I would actually really like to have been able to just, kind of, let me think about this. So, we're down a healer. Woo! That was a good hit. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, never mind. Get your ass up. Just keep going after the left head and going Rune. No magic. Get started on that offense. Woo! So your offensive options are now gimped. So we did not have a winning strategy in the beginning, but that changed. It's too bad my MC is now just a healer. Okay. We did kind of waste our best like offensive options, but this is pretty much the final party I used for Suikoden 1, so it's pretty handy and dandy. Rune is back. all that's left is one of the legs and the rune itself, so unite attack to the rune, protection miss, great blessing, see, now we got control back. Because we know the means by which you're supposed to, like, run the offense. It's not even running the offense, it's like, who do you basically focus? Oh, never mind, I never got to take out the other leg. Oh, I'm walking automatically. So we thought we were probably going to conflict with the MC, you know, Jowy, but we got blue balled. Suikoden one protagonist had to say some shit. Yeah, but this is a load-bearing final boss, just like the first one. Honestly, you're a better man than me, because I'd be lost as fuck trying to get up out of here. You know, the fact that she's the one who kind of woke me up is cool. It's like, at this point you can just actually oblige and, you know, interact with those guys, but you'll get like a worse ending for it. So this is a Konami game from Prime Konami, so you have to think outside the box and sometimes economize your knowledge in order to get the real ending. But yeah, you're not supposed to actually go to the meeting room and accept their terms. so now we got all this territory we didn't have in the beginning. As it stands, like, I'm the most busted dude in this game, so no one can really say shit about me. So this is where Jowy and I, along with the circus troupe, we kind of had to deal with the mist monster here. There's actually a lot of optional content you can start collecting around here, but I ain't here for all that shit. So yeah, that was Kyoto Village a while ago. This is the most controversial part of the ending of Suikoden 2. You kind of have to understand what the themes of the story are to really appreciate this section, and I didn't the first time. So it was like, man, what the fuck kind of ending is this? So they met up where they promised if they ever split up, this is where they'd reunite. Annabelle, man. So there's an Annabelle, and then there's that girl with the bob cut who sings Anna Lee. Annabelle is the redhead with the like long gap between her nose and her mouth. So if you need like some therapeutic relief, you can just attack him until he's near death and then just tank before you end up with a fucked up ending. But yes, you're meant to emulate Genkaku, and he's meant to emulate Han. You didn't kill Nanami, by the way. Gordo did. Okay, so the Rune of Beginning is kind of activating. So yes, this is meant to emulate the creation of the world. That's why in Suikoden, the world was kind of given shape and form when this like absolutely powerful sword came into conflict with an absolutely powerful shield, which created the 27 true runes, and that's why I also classified Rune of Beginning as part of the Full Arcana. Well, technically, I'm the one who ran down on Luca Blight. This guy is constantly blaming himself for things that, yeah, he does have some responsibility for, but all he really did was allow Luca Blight to reap what he sowed. He still had a bunch of Highland soldier goonie goons by his side. Like, yes, maybe he could have intervened with his screw Rune, and Seed and Culgan could have also jumped in, but I murdered people with my own two hands is a exaggeration on what I just described. And you feel guilty about Luca Blight? I could understand how you allowed Luca to commit a mutiny against his own father, but even then, with my own two hands, that ain't it, man. Yeah. They're using like this lighting effect to make it look like he's shook. Okay, so we're now at the same level. Your weapon is in dire need of sharpening and you need some better armor, but I guess it's no big deal when you have all of this on you. It really does feel like the game can just continue on from here, and this will be like the start of some Act 3. Some Persona 5, like, third semester, Persona 4 third semester, re-release crap. Now look at you, speaking so authoritatively like an advisor to Jowy, of all people. So this is the part that people really don't fuck with. What if I actually walked up to Kyoto Village? No, she probably left that crib after the CEO pulled up to the Highland territory. Okay, so they can finally get out of politics and war and all of that destiny crap for a little bit. And just kind of go back to being kids. I think she has like a new fit, although that might just be the backpack straps. So they're somewhere in Harmonia. Unless they're at the beginning of their trip. I thought I was gonna lose the first time against that final boss, by the way. I would not be comfortable running like that on that bridge. Okay, so you got over your feelings for Teresa. So, I'm just gonna sit down and watch all of this stuff. Oh wow, so he's the top general. Okay, Freed and Yoshino are just a married couple. Okay, she moved to Two River City. So you're out here in the hood. That's a long way from Tinto where we got her. Honestly, should have accepted that role because, yeah, you did leave the army, but at the same time, even though you forsook your badge, you had that heart and you had that dog in you. People fucked with you and you made the right decision. That was kind of on the right side of history. I hate that phrase, but I'm starting to use it a lot more just because it kind of fits with Suikoden. Okay, so he's getting an education. Even though he speaks like a caveman, there does seem to be like a intellectual ambition within him, just with the way he expresses himself. He just seemed like a very understanding and perspicacious guy. South of the tour. Okay, I could imagine Suikoden Starleap taking us there. Did we ever see her in Suikoden 3? I wonder who that rival is. Yeah, George, we get more of an appreciation from him if you get into Suikoden 5 for sure. Man, that game is so... I'm so mixed on that game. I love the family subplot and the core story, but everything else... Some of those arcs really suck. I fucking hate that thing. Okay, so Vera and Harmony, every time I see Harmony I get a neuron activation. Uh-oh, I'm hearing something bassy. Because of like Brooklyn, New York, that bathhouse term just has like a different connotation. The fuck did the bear do to you? Fucking asshole. I always like how these motherfuckers always want to go back to Toron. I mean, Crowley and Malgus are basically the same motherfucker. Zexen, okay. Suikoden free neuron activation going on. So at this point, it's kind of Highland and most of Joseon have unified into Dunen. Yeah, she loses her goth look and kind of takes more of like an antebellum MILF look. Okay, Crystal Valley. Yeah, I was looking for that kid for a while just to change up my sound effects. I was also looking to change up my windows. Oh, I got a little special something because I collected all 5 of them. So now they're like hitting some of those dances. Some more stuff about, like, you know, grasslands, Harmonia, Zexen. A lot of world building is going on here. Island nations, so Suikoden 4. You know, we don't really get a lot of stuff about the eastern landmass. It's mentioned in Suikoden 1. Western continent is mentioned a few times in Suikoden 3. But yeah, we hear a lot about the island nation. So in that sense, Suikoden 4 was really a big deal. Southern continent, we don't really get a lot of it, but at some point it becomes kind of a developing thing with Suikoden 3 and especially 4. Yeah, it's too bad that we never actually get to explore the western continent. But honestly, Harmonia is the thing I care about the most. That reminds me of the game over screen from Final Fantasy VIII. Oh, let me mute this quickly. So some of that, I guess like the update on Clive was cool, seeing that he buried Elsa. Getting some updates on some of the more interesting characters in that last stretch. That was alright. But the main character Anonymous, they're just glad to be buddied up with each other, and Jowy, and the childhood friends remain together. But yeah, I really liked Suikoden 2. I know I prefer Suikoden 1, but this playthrough I got to see all the different sides of that game and get a more full perspective on it. That's great. I mean, I would say, regardless at the end of all of this, 3 is still my favorite game in the series, but 3 is also a game that I'm in dire need of replaying at some point, just to kind of see if that's still the case, because a lot of what I liked about 3 is just the novelty of how different it is compared to the other Suikodens, and really JRPGs in general, but can novelty last? Because the way it's gone, after 11 years, Final Fantasy VII went back to being my favorite JRPG. So maybe playing Suikoden 3, I'll go back to all the aspects of that game that I didn't really mess with and go, you know what, maybe this is not in my top 5 for JRPGs. But whatever. I really liked the story in this game. I really liked some of those one-time only OSTs, the tracks that they use. I really enjoy the sprite work and being able to move in 8 directions. How they iterated on the combat system so that you have like 3 runes now. I mean, not everyone gets to like use 3 runes realistically, but it's like you have a passive skill system that's coming in that wasn't there before, so combat is a little bit deeper. Characters feel more different than they did in Suikoden 1. Latina International Corporation. I know some of you already have a neuron activation hearing that, but the first half of the story, some of the arcs weren't all that good, but Luca Blight was a compelling protagonist, especially if you played Suikoden. You might just think of him as like this edgelord, one-dimensional villain without it, but I did like him. The second half, the Necrolord arc was great. Naname's impalement was a memorable scene, but it got kind of lost. And ironically, the thing I like the most about the series is supernatural mystery, because you were thinking at that point, okay, what's the point of these guys beefing and conflicting with each other? Just kind of come to peaceful terms, but it was largely because the Rune of Beginning, which handles conflicts, wanted them to fight each other. It wanted to emulate the state of creation for the world, but the Rune of Beginning is now unified, and it's not going to be split apart anymore. So a lot of times with these Suikoden games, the true runes end up finding like resolution. ultimately, the series is about how there's always like these unseen forces that drive humans to conflict, destiny, divine destiny. And if you think about it, humans in these like good endings, they overcome these higher forces and prove that there's a better option. You don't gotta return the world to primordial chaos with the world being like kind of frozen in nothingness. Now, I really like Suikoden 3. I appreciate the fact that there's like a manga adaptation to it that adds some good scenes and fleshes out characters, even if it probably does some BS too. But yeah, the world building is kind of at the heart of the series. And they were clearly building up to this thing that was kind of apocalyptic, kind of like an eschaton that you had to overcome, which would have been really interesting narrative-wise. I mean, a lot of these sagas have something like that, Ogre Battle, Xeno Saga, Kiseki, but it really did feel like the series was building not just to like an end-of-world scenario, but like a genuine eschaton state that humanity had to overcome. So it's because of this stuff that you can see the DNA of what I like in the Kiseki games. And that's especially going to be relevant because the next Kiseki game I want to play is very much in that ballpark as well. Hopefully you guys realize why it is I just didn't really mess with Ayuden Chronicle. It didn't have any of this. It didn't really have that mystery. People, unfortunately, just trying to water down the Suikoden series into like being this less well-written Yasumi Matsuno style game, and that's not what it is. It's got a little bit more going on for it than that. Not to put down Yasumi Matsuno, I think Yasumi Matsuno is great at what he does. I mean, when I was playing Suikoden 1 and Final Fantasy Tactics at the same time, despite liking Suikoden 1 more than Suikoden 2, I had to put it down for Final Fantasy Tactics. But this story is a little bit more multifaceted than what people kind of simplify it as. It has these other things that are equally as important, if not much more than just like the Warring States narrative that frames it. It's important, but the Warring States narrative is kind of like the thing that's in the front, and then as you progress with the story, you realize, hey, there's this thing that's bigger going on. There are forces that are pulling the strings behind the curtain. So I guess I'll speak about what I want to do after this. So the next project that I want to go play is, let me look how long I've been doing this. I want to do Star Ocean 2. I want to do Star Ocean 2, and then I want to do maybe Dark Cloud. Depending on how much money I have at the end of all of this, that's kind of my plan. I want to update I want to take a break though. I've said that before, but it's like, for whatever reason, my pops has not been contacting me, so I'm kind of just waiting on that. I want to get this thing on my arm cleaned up. To just love. sores and things on my arm that I want to fix. Murayama. Okay, I'm glad that Konami isn't being weird about his name. I know they can be a little weird with the credits. Surpassing the Tenkai star, which is the main character. Duna Unification War. I like that shot of Nanami's souls, even though she's wearing shoes. Oof, that sound effect was satisfying. So people think that there's going to be a Suikoden 3 and 4 HD thing because of the save request, but in reality it's for the gallery. So this is free for Suikoden 1, and then there's all of this for Suikoden 2. I would have thought you would have seen some artwork for maybe the main protagonist, Jowy and Nanami. But I like some of the things that they added here. So, okay, I'm going to get started on the next game. I might hop in the shower first. Yeah, I will, because I have to install the game, I have to take out this disc and do all this other stuff. I'm going to kind of write out 2 reviews, one for a Discord server and the other for obviously the VOD that I put up on YouTube. Anyway, this has been your boy, Mr. Wonka7. Thank you guys for watching, and suck my dick.